Listen folks, my pants is getting a little bit tighter just looking at this ETH chart, because man oh man, if I am getting right and it makes a lot of sense what I'm going to tell you in this video, I think we can see a major pump up and Ethereum is going to melt faces. Now listen, I know that a couple hours ago I made a very bullish video on Bitcoin, but I've been looking at similar kind of data for ETH and I'm thinking that we can see a major move up. This can be the big surprise for the next couple weeks and months. Please hear me out for a couple minutes. If you like the content, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click, and also if you don't miss anything, leave me a comment. Let's go. Okay, this is Ethereum on the weekly. It looks a little bit weird. We have an all-time high that has not been touched or reclaimed or been taken out, whatever you kids call it these days, from the last bull market 2021. That still resides at shy under 5,000. And then we have a double high here that we created during this cycle. I can tell you there is no such thing here as an almost perfect double high and this will be the top. It makes no sense. It now resides at approximately $4,000. No way that this was the top and this was the low. We of course are creating this huge wick. We're now at the monthly, and if I go to the daily, then of course you can see that we had this major move to the upside. By the way, oh, what a coincidence, we're holding the value area high of the macro range. Gee, who would have thought? Then of course we had this major wick here, and if I then look at something that I found here from Eric Trump, in my opinion it is a great time to add ETH. Jeez, when did he tweet that? 3rd of February. Oh, let's look at the chart. When does that happen? 3rd of February. In other words, they bought right here and they're tweeting this to pump their own damn bags. This is not a coincidence. 100% designed and engineered, this dump. 100%. And of course it went up mega, I mean 35%. Are you freaking kidding me? Insane. They have bought here. This is the big money, the smart money, however you want to call it. This foundation of Trump that is buying for, was it 200 million on ETH on this exact dump. Gee, what a coincidence that all of that happens. Let's buy the bottom and then start tweeting about it and then just pumping our bags. Jeez, what a coincidence. So I think this in itself is still saying that the big money, the smart money is still expecting much higher prices. They wanted to dump to fill their bags to now pump it higher. But there's also something else that I want to show you. Look at this. These are the quarterly and monthly results. This of course here on the left side is Bitcoin, but I want to look at Ethereum. Look at this. This quarter so far, 2025, has been pretty damn bad. Minus 17%. But if we then look at the same quarter in the previous cycle, so that will be 2021, look at this. Plus 160%. Cycle before that, plus 518%. These are just long-term averages. Does it make sense that we would have a very negative deep red quarter? No, absolutely not. If I then zoom in and look here at monthly returns, and I looked at Ethereum, as you can see, we're looking here at the bull run from 2021, plus 78, plus 8, plus 34. Looking here at 2017, plus 31, plus 48, plus 214. So far, what do we have? January flat, February minus 15. No way that this stays like this. So just to get even, okay, let's even say that Ethereum would only go up, quote unquote, only 50%, right? Because we had here 160, here 515. Let's say it becomes less and less over time, but let's say somewhere, I don't know, between 50 and 80%. That still means that if we're counting from, let's say, 80%, you need 100% pump of the price of where we are right now, just to respect ever so slightly the long-term average. So this to me looks like the price needs to have a major catch-up to just respect those long-term averages. Something else that is also still happening on the background, you might have forgot, but there actually is a Bitcoin, a Ethereum ETF next to the Bitcoin ETF. You don't hear a whole lot about it, but look at this. This is just a net inflow day after day after day. Yes, there were 3 red days, but there is still a lot of buying going on, and also a lot of times they said this ETF is the smart money, so the smart money is still buying day after day after day, and there's then one retard who wants to exit the position. I get it, but other than that, there is just a mega inflow. Here's another example for you, also for the Ethereum ETF. Look at this major candle. Boom! boom. So there was a super big buy order here on that ETF right at the time that everything was dumping down. This is not a coincidence. The smart money is still buying ETH. Now I understand a lot of people are saying, yeah, but ETH, the payments are expensive and it takes a long time, it's not so efficient. Well, have you ever thought about that? Maybe ETH is just not there to play the role as a way to pay, or as a payment provider to make money or whatever. Maybe ETH is just a builder. There's so much being built on ETH. It ain't going anywhere. There is just so much that is running on ETH. It is not going anywhere. I usually compare this to Microsoft. Everyone is using some sort of software or hardware or whatever from Microsoft. They have their tangles into everything. All right. So I really think that ETH is just this big foundation in the crypto market. So much stuff is running on ETH, is being built on ETH, is being exchanged in ETH, and I don't know what. There is just so much going on. This puppy ain't going nowhere. So I think we're gonna go much higher. How high can we go? If I just look at a simple fib retracement, simple fib tool, bull market high, bear market low, put it together, negative fib, we're getting 7,336. I think that is very easily accessible to pump from here. I mean, what are we talking about here? Let me see. From today on, 160%. Nothing. You just saw the monthly returns. This can be done in 2-3 months easily. And then we still have a new negative fib to 261 at 11,300. Imagine ETH going to 11,300. Would it be too insane to think that from the old bull market high at shy of 5,000, we're going only quote unquote a bit more than a 2x to go to 11,000? I think it's not all too crazy, and people are sleeping on this. People thinking the coin is dead, it's not going anywhere, it's disappointing, blah blah. I get all of that, but I think eventually we're going to see this major squeeze to the upside. Everyone was so bearish about it. The smart money is loading up the bandwagon, and we're just waiting for this big pump, and then eventually retail is what is going to push price much higher, and eventually they will dump here on the top, of course, on retail. One last thing I want to show you why I am so bullish. This is the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart. Of course, it looks terrible. Bitcoin is so much stronger compared to ETH, but this actually is also just liquidity. So if eventually, let's say, we are pumping up and we are reclaiming some of these levels, I think you can have this major squeeze to the upside. This works in liquidity terms exactly the same as any other crypto crap coin that you can trade against. I don't know, the dollar, USDC, against Bitcoin, whatever. It is just pure a liquidity grab, and I think we can see a massive move to the upside. And you also seen it here in the past. If I quickly zoom out here on zoom in here on the daily, then you can see you have this long sideways period of time, and then bang, you have this move to the upside. Sideways period of time, bang, move to the upside. Sideways period of time, bang, move to the upside. In other words, once she runs, she runs. Yeah, so don't sleep on this. I'm not saying we're pumping tomorrow. Maybe we just have 1 or 2 more days, a little bit like this. Everyone is asleep. Oh, full jump. And then just we're much higher, and before you know it, at the end of the week, suddenly you're at 4,000 again, and then after that you're 5,000, 5.5. Everyone is rushing in, and then you get an even much faster, much higher pump. I am extremely bullish on ETH. I think that this major low is for now a major low. We are not going to take it out. You can be happy if price comes a little bit down and you can still load up some of the bandwagon, hold it on spot, and just hold it for the next couple of weeks and months. I think once she starts running to the upside, it can go super fast. Based on historical data, based on the ETF, based on that smart money is buying, based on that we're just lagging compared to BTC. This puppy is gonna fly in the next couple of weeks and months. I am positioned, I am strapped, and I am enjoying the ride, and I think you should too. Guys, if you agree with me or disagree with me, to be honest, I don't really care. I'm gonna make money regardless. But please do me a favor by liking, subscribing, clicking the bell, clicking all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment and share this video with your friends if you think this is useful. And see you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.